Mohi e re ke o dumedisa ebile ke o amohele tsatsing la kajeno ke tla ho wena ho ba hura ke ya borobong ke o dumedisa ebile ke o amohele mona ho Mintirho ya Vulavula ke bua le wena nna ke le moratuwa wa ha lekgwaba jwale ka ha ke le ka o tshepisa bekeng e fetileng. We are still following the handouts by the city of Johannesburg of title deeds. We went back to Eldorado Park continuing with their part of things, and we spoke to the MMC of housing together with the beneficiaries. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Today we are here to hand over title deed to the people. As you know, this issue of title deed is a long issue that's standing. People are in need of this title deed. That is why we are here today. The process is slowly because we have a number of title deeds. That is why the process is too slowly. But I'm happy to say at the next few months we'll be able to give more than 2,000 title deeds to the people. Oh, people are excited. People are excited because some waited for so long for these title deeds. Now they are very excited and they want us to speed up the process. We keep on explaining to them that no, this process, we are trying to speed it up, but the problem that we have a number of these title deeds. So that is why you look at the process as a process that is moving very slowly. No, in fact, you know, people are in need of these houses. As others raise it, there a very big number of people who are in this community and they are in need of houses. As the city, we are planning to do something about it because we can't leave our people staying in places where they are not suitable for human conditions. So there is that situation. So we are busy looking at these issues of houses, more especially here in Eldorado Park. You know, this is a minority community, and most of the time we used to do things, leave them out of the system. No, it's easy. You come to our offices, you register there, you put on the system, because this is not a long time process. If you register for a title deed, you just register and your name will be in the system. We need verifications to ensure that you are a title, you are a person who's responsible for that particular property. Then you get your title deed. You know, about the waiting list, we want to make it open for the public because we want to deal with the issue of corruption, manipulation of the list. We want everybody to ensure that once you are on the list, you're waiting your house, your time will come to get your house. Nobody will come forward or after you or before you on the list. So that is what we are doing right now.
I was actually so excited to get this title deed since I've been waiting for 27 years for the title deed. So my eldest, my baby daughter, when we enter into this house to come start love in that house, she was only 1 year old and now she's 27 years old. So we've been waiting a quite long time. And most of the people in this area get their title deeds of their own houses. But now my last date, it was on the 13th of July when I go query at housing. That's in 222 when I am going to receive the title deed. So the response that I get, the answer that I get from 222, they said to me, I can't just come. I have to be notified. They'll rather phone me before I enter that place. So that's why I'm feeling very great. I say thank you to the Mayor Mashaba. He was very friendly and he was kindly to do this to us, because there were some people that was even crying, thinking of how long did they wait for the title deed. First of all, it means to me that it's already part of my land. It's where I belong. And then secondly, it's shown to my children that where did they grow, because they are already elder. This is the place where we love and they grow here, although they are now elder than before. Right down the street, on the old houses, and then ka apply a RGP kote. But fortunately, the Lord come through for me, and then I helped the owner, as a prophet, I helped the owner of this house, and then he blessed me with this house.
I feel happy, I feel all right, I feel safe. I don't have complications in my life. I'm a sickly man. I got asthma. So I don't feel threatened by it. You know, if you sit and now and then you stress, and for me stress is no good. That's why I feel now safe since I got this title deed. And I feel happy. I know my children are safe. I'm safe. I don't have to think when they come and put me out here where I'm going to. I know this house belongs to me.
Yeah, before we were scared. When we were still paying rent. And if you don't pay this month, and next month, then they come lock your door. And they put you out in the street. After that, then they give you a house to other people. My sister lost her house like that. She was living down the street. Yeah, she only owed 2 months rent. Then they put her out, they took her furniture, everything. After, when they break down the old houses that used to stand there, they took their people out of their houses, they put them in the other, in my sister's house. And the other people, I don't know where they went to. Before there were a lot of old houses here. Most of that people did get houses. We came here from chicken farm.
You know, there was a man Carstens here on top by the rent office. He used to sell the houses. Then they kicked him out here. He was the man that used to make all this, put you out of your house. No more corruption. Marlon, okay, did keep us on the line, but
Yeah,
at least we get it.
We get our title. We just
No.
want to say thank you very much.
Now we thank him a lot.
And we are
At least we know now we got somebody in our corner to stand with us, you see. If we got problems, we can complain about that problems.
Yeah, he said if we can't, even if you can't afford to pay the rates and tax, then you must.
Just come there on top of the rent
must
office
go
and you
there
come
on
top.
And they will help you. Now I went there on Monday, but they told me I must come back tomorrow. Where the water and lights paper, the light card, and my SASA card and my ID, then I must come and say I'm coming to register. And they will tell me what I must do.
Nee, the mayor
Yeah,
did play a big part.
Yeah, he's helping the people.
He did play a big part in our lives. At least something happened since he's a mayor. We don't know. We'll see more further what's going to happen further. I just hope for the best. That's all I hope for.
Because it's that other man is saying.
And I wish him the best to take this place to another level. Yeah, bring it right. Yeah, I thanks him a lot. At least he did put me on a safe place to give me that title deed. I don't know how long I would wait that if it wasn't the mayor. Maybe we should still wait till now.
We were only 5 people that get our title. This other lady she was sitting in a wheelchair. She was actually crying when the mayor handed over the title.
So let's take a quick break, and after the break, we're coming to you with news from Joburg Water. Stay tuned. ke o amohele ha o ile wa dula le rona. Jwale he ha o le tjena, Joburg Water held a media briefing with regards to a report and an update as to how the water levels and water restrictions of level 2 have been going. We spoke to the MMC of Environment and Infrastructure together with the acting MD of Joburg Water. Let us hear what they had to say to us.
You're here today because we are not getting enough progress on this cutting back on water consumption in Johannesburg. We have been read the rules by the Department of Water Affairs and Rand Water that we have to consume less, and so it's another attempt, if you like, at getting the citizens of Johannesburg to take this seriously and to realize that if we don't take it seriously, they're going to lose water pressure in the system and they will feel it. People have saved a bit, but not enough. We dropped by about 5%, and then we've come back down to less than 1% of actual less water use. By the same token, the Rand Water is serious about chopping back our water. So unless we start to use less, they have throttled us by 15%, but the reservoirs are still filling at night. So we are still using too much, although they've tried to throttle us, and they've told us that we now have to chop back more. So what has changed also is that the Vaal River system has dropped, and so that's why the Water Affairs and Rand Water are stamping on us. We have got the JMPD on the game. They have put about 200 fines, just less than 200, and we are communicating and so on. But in terms of fines, there is we would like the JMPD doing more, and we would like citizens to report more. Yeah, no, the water bill, with the penalty tariffs, the water bills have gone up a bit to people, but only those that use more water. The only years that are using at the higher levels of water. Although with estimations on the reading and going over a longer cycle, that did cause some higher water bills. But that was unrelated. It was from a longer billing cycle on the estimations because of Joburg Water taking all the metering in-house. Not quite water shedding, which has mean we deliberately cut off, but there are areas like Rudaport which are on more of a direct feed and have very little by way of reservoirs and water towers to balance out their feed. So when they feel the less pressure directly, and when they use it at the same level, then they have had periods where they've lost water for a few hours. I just want to say to people out there that we are in a drought situation. We want people to take it seriously. So although your lawn may not look green for a while, this time will end. But please cooperate with us, and please try and bring a sense of community that we actually have to do something.
Yeah, JMPD has been successful in all the cases that have been brought to the attention of City of Johannesburg. In that there are fines that have been issued so far, more than 150 fines have been issued, and also about 180 notices have been issued to various members of the community that were contravening the bylaw. Okay, I'm sure you'll have picked up that from the media statement. We indicated that the topping up of the pool is fine, we are going to allow it, but the pools that have been empty completely, maybe for the past year or for the past whatever, we are not allowing community members, and also it means we'll do the same even in the public pool to fill them. Simply because we are saying, because of this water restriction that we are going through, let's us to refrain from doing that. But those pools that we just need to top up, we will allow people to top up the pool. The water restriction, if you look at the tariff that we have implemented, the water tariff restriction basically is focusing on the residential customers, where we are saying any residential customer that uses more than 20 kiloliters per month will pay a surcharge of 10%. And any residential customer that uses more than 30 kiloliters per month will pay a surcharge of 20%. And any customer that uses more than 40 kiloliters will pay a surcharge of 30% for the volume above that 40 kiloliters. So from the tariff point of view, it's only affecting the residential customers. But in terms of changing our behaviors. Our appeal is to both commercial as well as the residential customers. We are also saying to the commercial customers, please do not irrigate your gardens, those commercial customers that have got gardens. But if you look at the car wash, they're not going to be affected. The formal car wash, the water restriction tariff doesn't necessarily affect them at all. But we'll again encourage them to really use water responsibly. Reporting of overuse water usage, you can report that from our call center where we've got various numbers. You can get those numbers even on our website, and also send an email through to Johannesburg Water. But above that, if it has to do with contravening the bylaw, that might be an issue of irrigating the gardens where we are saying you mustn't do that. So you can phone that even through our GMPD call center where they can respond to that query. The difference is that we are saying, as Johannesburg Water, we are now going to be supplying 15% less than the normal volume that we supply in each and every zone or district throughout the entire city. The reason being that we have realized since the last briefing, the residents of the city of Johannesburg, they are not really responding to our appeal the way we expected. So we are going to be forcing the residents to really respond through giving them less volume of water on a daily basis. Yes, if you look at the first week, on the first week, basically there was a saving of 4.8%, but we have really regressed since then. Because we are now having a saving of only 1.2%. And that's why we decided in really having this media briefing where we can appeal further, but also inform the resident of the city that we've made a decision that we'll be supplying 15% less to each and every water supply zone or district, so that we can be able to force the resident of the city to really use less water. What it means that you'll be having low pressure. In other words, you will be having less pressure than normal. And if people within that particular zone or district, water supply district, they don't all respond to our request of using water responsibly, we might have a situation whereby people in high-lying area, they end up with no water during peak time. But that can be avoided if we all really start using water responsibly.
Mohi ke tsapa hore nna le wena re a dumelana hore Joburg Water hore ba kgone ba o re etsetsa mosebetsi o phepa re tshwanela ko re tshwarana le bona ka matsoho hore tle re kgone ho boloka metsi re bone hore na re ba thusa jwang ha le jwale se re ikutlwetse hore taba ha di monate hakalo ha o tla lehlakoreng la rona jwale he Mohi nna le wena a re nke kgefutso ka mora wa kgefutso o be happy. Welcome back. The Transport Department, as part of Transport Month, which is the month of October, went on a Kasi-to-Kasi adventure together with the MMC of Transport. Let's go take a look at what happened at that exciting event. Let's go.
South Africa is the world renowned for its gold and diamonds. Visitors come from all over the globe to purchase stones. And if this is your mission, then Jewel City in the eastern precinct of Johannesburg is exactly where you need to be. There are over 300 diamond dealers and jewelry manufacturers there. So we have found our first clue, which is the Jewel City. So good. So far, it's so good. And we have walked. We've been into a Ria Vaya bus. We have walked. And now we are going to be taking a taxi to our next adventure. We are at the famous Market Theatre. And this is a market that was converted into a theatre. If you go through here, that is where you see your upcoming actors and actresses on theatre. And over the weekends, this place is turned into a flea market. You can buy any kind of African, be it literature, be it art, be it beadwork, This is where people come to showcase their thing. Yes, so that is where we are. This is our second clue where we were supposed to go to. And from here, I think we are going to go to the third one. Now, this is our third spot where we were supposed to come to in our adventure. This is Chris Hani Baragwana, the biggest hospital in the continent of Africa and the third largest in the world. So we have found the third spot that we were sent to using a taxi again. It was wonderful. It was wonderful from Market Theatre. We were able to get transport because we've got one of our taxi ranks around the Market Theatre, which is Bree Street. So it was easier for us this time to find a taxi to bring us to Baragwana. It was so wonderful. It's so comfortable. It's so neat. And I like the way the people have kept it so neat. Even the stations are so lovely, just the way they were when Gautrain first started. And even the people, you can see they are relaxed and very sure that they are going to get to their destinations. I really enjoyed the ride. To Sandton, I think it was about 7 minutes. Yes, very quick, about 7 minutes. After our ride in the Gautrain, we got into a tuk-tuk, which took us to Lily's Leaf Farm. Lily's Leaf Farm is a farm where the Rivonia trialists used as a secret hiding place during the times of apartheid. So one of the spots that we had to hit today in this adventure was Lily's Leaf Farm. So we got there and we did whatever we're supposed to do, take our pictures and tweet. And now we used the tuk-tuk again to come to the last place where all the teams are meeting. So I think we have used all forms of transport today. We have used the taxi, we have used the bus, we have used the train, and we even used the tuk-tuk, and we even walked on top of that. So I think we have really supported the Transport Month initiative today. The experience is that you can actually get around anywhere you want to go to in the city. Yes, there are challenges here and there. There are areas where we've got to really improve. There are areas that are really catered for, and that is what we saw today. And from now on, and with the experiences, we're even able to communicate with the commuters of the Rea Vaya at the stations where we were, and they were telling us some of the challenges that they have, which are challenges that we actually know, and they all evolve around the peak hours, the challenges that they have during peak. But overall, it was quite a wonderful experience to be able to use most of the transport modes in one day.
Moe ke tsa ba re taba tse o re utlwisitseng tsona tsatsing la kajeno o di thabetse fela he wa tseba gore ka maswabi ke nako yane ya gore nna le wena re gaogane wa tseba gore hankebe ke o tsi fela he Mohi. Do visit us on our social network. Ha o le jwalo he, do give us your views and your comments. We would love to hear from you. Ho tswa ho nna ke le moratuwa moretsana wa ha le kgwaba ke re ho wena ha be boroko.